We're going to use two formulas today that I showed yesterday, but we didn't use it. Today we're going to use it. And you really need to pay attention while we are using it. I need your undivided attention while we are working on those problems. You do not need to remember or memorize those formulas because you're going to have note card either way, but you need to know how to use them. That's the whole purpose of it. You just need to know how to use them. Okay, let me write down the formulas first for you. Even for tomorrow's exit ticket, I'm gonna keep the formulas on the board so you will be able to see it. But you need to know how to use them properly. So here, if you have any combination of variables, so A and B, two of them, and they have a plus in the middle. So A plus B whole cube, it's gonna be A cubed plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus b cubed. That's for the plus. And if you have a minus in the middle, a minus b whole cube is the same formula, only the alternate terms get a negative. So it's going to be a cubed minus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared minus b cubed. These are the two formulas we're going to use today. We're going to learn how to use them. And the previous formula, so if you have a squared minus b squared, you are going to have a plus b times a minus b. Those formulas. So every factoring formulas are going to come back again. So factoring never leaves actually. You use them in every single type of problems. Okay, let's look at number one. Let's start with an easy one. Whenever you are trying to solve any of the cube root or cubic function, anything, any radical function, your first job is to isolate that. Meaning that on one side there will be only the radical term, everything else goes on the other side. If you already have it in that form, great, start working. If you don't have it, then if you don't have it, you have to form it first. So you have to isolate your radical first, and then you can do anything else. Like on number 1, 2, 3, all of them, only radical is on one side, everything else is on the other side. Over here also, only radical is on the left, everything else is on the right side. If you look at number 9 over here, you have this 5, which is extra. So you have to move the 5 first, and then you have to get rid of the negative. Then you can solve it. You can start solving it. Okay, just keep that in mind. Radical has to be by itself on one side. If it is already there, go ahead, get started. If not, first do it, then solve it. Okay, the second step, you have to get rid of the radical. Over here, we're working on the cube root. So how can I get rid of a cube root? Cube on both sides. So you have to get rid of the radical and then find the variable value, whatever that is, x, p, q, doesn't matter. Whatever is the variable, you are going to find that one. Okay, let's solve some of them. It will make more sense. Okay, let's look at number 1. Over here, the power is 1/3. When we have 1/2, what is that radical? Square root. If you have 1/3, it's going to be cube root. Great. Let's do the cube root. So cube root of x is going to be equal to 9. Is my radical alone by itself on one side? The radical term, is it alone? Yes. All right, so we have to get rid of it. How can I do it? Cube on both sides. Let's cube on both sides. So this cancels each other. I have x is going to be equal to, what's the value?
729.
729. That's it. Any questions? Confusions? Easy? Great, but you are not going to see it in the test. Okay, that's just for the foundation. Try number 2 by yourself. Go ahead, get started. I'm giving you 2 minutes. So the x value is 300 and 44. Let's look at number 3. Is my radical alone by itself on the one side? Great. So what is my next step? Okay, do it. So this is free. What's the value for 4 cube? 64. Now what should I do?
Move the 64 to the left side.
Move the 64 to the left side. Bring everything on the same side. Let's do it. So this cancels each other. I'm going to get x squared plus 2x minus 3 is going to be equal to 0. Now what?
We do a little x method.
So we factored them, and the x, it's a trinomial with a degree 2. So we have to factor them. What goes on the top in the cross? Negative 3 goes on the top. What goes at the bottom? Great. Give me the factors. Positive 3 and negative 1. Great. X plus 3, x minus 1. Now what? X plus 3 equal to 0. So x is going to be equal to negative 3 and x minus 1 is equal to 0. X equal to 1. Any question? Confusion? We good? Give me a thumbs up. Now whatever you are doing, wrap it up quickly so you can focus with me on number 4. So far whatever you did, those are all previous things that you already learned, you just implemented it. Whatever you are going to learn now, that's the new thing that you are learning. We're going to learn how to use those formulas. Okay. I already have those formulas over here on the board also. The only thing that you need to pay attention is why we are using it. There are so many problems. You need to decide how you are going to solve it, correct? Over here I'm telling you, okay, number 4 is this one. Okay, work on number 5. That's the similar type of problem. But in test, I'm not going to tell you that. You have to figure out how you are going to solve it. That's your whole purpose, to understand which method to follow when a problem is given for you. Now look at all of this. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all these problems. Number 1, 2, 3, all of them has a constant on the right side. You have a variable. You do have variables, but variables are on one side. The other side has a constant. So when you cube them on both sides, you only have a number on the other side. So that's really not a problem. We could solve that one. But over here for number 4, you have variables here. Also you have variable on the other side as well. Am I clear? Yes. Making sense? That's why this formula comes. Let me show you how it works. So here is my radical alone by itself on the left side. Only radical is there, nothing else? Okay, great. So what is my next step? Cube both sides. Let's cube both sides. So this cube and cube root, they are gonna cancel each other, correct? So left side is free. I have x cubed minus 3x squared plus 2 is equal to. Now please stop everything and pay attention. You will have time to write, but you need to understand it properly. Over here we have two terms. Whenever that happens, you have two terms. One of them is a variable, other one is a number, or both of them are variables. Doesn't matter. You have to apply the formulas over here. You need to check if you have a plus or a minus in the middle. If you have plus, you're going to pick the first formula. If you have a minus, you're going to pick the second formula. Clear up to here? Okay. I'm showing the work on this one. I have space here. Let me write out the formula first. We're just going to compare the formula with all the variables that we have. And the formula we're going to use is this blue one because we have a minus in the middle. Logic is clear? Alright, great. So let's write it down. A minus B whole cube is going to be equal to a cube minus 3a square b plus 3ab square minus b cube. I just wrote the formula. I didn't do anything yet. We good up to here? Great. Now this is the term I'm going to compare with this one. So let me write this one over here. X minus 1 whole cube. So I'm going to compare this with this. So what is my A value now? And what is my B value? 1. All right, let's write it down over here. My A is going to be X. It should be the pink. And my B is going to be 1. Are we good up to here? All right, great. Let me put a white paper over here so it doesn't confuse you. Okay, now let's compare. We're going to compare everything exactly how it shows. I have A cube. I always put a parenthesis over here, cube. Minus 3, then again cube, square, and then again a variable, so I'm going to put a parenthesis. Everywhere where there is a variable, I just put parenthesis, because you will see in next problems, over here the variable is only x and 1, but when you move on over here, you will see there is 2x. So the whole thing is a variable, so I have to plug it in over here. It's easier that way. You don't have to do it if you can keep track of everything else. I'm just putting the parentheses, so it's helpful for me. Now we're just going to plug in the values. Tell me, over here I have 3a squared b. What is my a? I have a cube over here. What is my a value? X cube. Now here 3a squared b. So what should I put over here? X. Over here also this is going to be x. And the other variables, over here I have a b. So what is my b value? -1. Negative is for picking up the value, formula. Am I picking the plus or am I picking the minus formula? And then over here also 1 and 1. I'm just plugging in a and b value everywhere. Are we good up to here? We good? Great. Let's simplify now. So here, this is going to be x cubed. Alright? The next one is going to be minus 3x squared, because we are multiplying x squared times 3 times 1. We good? The next one will be what? 3x, because 1 squared is 1. And the last one is going to be -1. That's the value. We're going to plug it in over here. Whatever you calculated, I just plugged it in over here in this place. Any question? Any question? Please, if you have a question, don't just keep it under the rug and move on. It's going to be very difficult otherwise. We good? Give me a thumbs up here. Yes.
Multiply it by itself and then whatever you just forgot, multiply it by itself.
You can do that also. You will have the same answer.
Okay.
No problem. It's just going to be a bigger calculation. You can do that. Okay. Now we're going to move everything on the same side. So we can cancel out everything. And you will see you are going to have a very small calculation once you do that. So we're going to move here. Already whatever you have on the left side, let me write it down. X cubed minus 3x squared plus 2. That's what we had. And I'm bringing the blue one on the left side. So I'm going to have negative x cubed, positive 3x squared, because all the sign are going to change when you move it to the other side. Negative 3x and positive 1 is equal to 0. I made everything 0 on the right side. Are we good up to here? Everybody with me? Great. Now we're going to cancel out whatever is the like term. Who is the like term here? Do we have any? What are the like terms? X cubed and x cubed. Let's cancel out. Anything else? 3x squared. Anything else? We can combine them, of course. So over here I have negative 3x and plus 2 and plus 1. Plus and plus makes it a plus. We're going to make it a plus 3 equal to 0. Clean, right? We reduced everything. Now what?
Solve for x.
Solve for x. How do I do that?
Subtract 3.
Okay, subtract 3 from both sides, or you can take a GCF, both will work, and both is going to give you the same answer. So you subtract 3 on both sides, then divide with the negative 3, that is going to work. Also, if you take a GCF, that is also going to work. I'm showing the GCF. So let's take negative 3, it's going to be x minus 1 equal to 0. Now x minus 1 equal to 0, x is going to be equal to 1. But if you move the 3, divide it with negative 3, you are going to get exactly the same answer. Now, any question? Are we sure? You're going to solve number 5. So, I just want to give you one clue over here. So, first step, what are we going to do for the first one?
Cube both sides.
Cube both sides. Okay, so we're going to cube both sides and we're going to apply the formula. What formula you are going to apply? Plus or minus?
Minus.
Okay, we're going to apply the minus. What is the a value? 2x. The first one is the a value. What is the b value? 1. So, go for it. Go ahead. I'm giving you 6 minutes to do it. It should be enough. Please pay attention. When I was looking at the work, I was seeing that there is one common mistake, not only in this class, everywhere. So if you look at this one, so the first step is you have to get rid of the cube root, right? So we're going to cube on both sides. Let's do that first. So this cancels each other. I have 8x cubed minus 1 is going to be equal to this one over here. Now, again, what was your a value? 2x, and the b value was 1. And it's a negative, so we're going to apply the negative formula, correct? So the first one is a cube. So it's 2x, it's a whole cube. It's together, it's one term. Now minus 3a square b. So a squared is again 2x and b is 1. Then plus 3a b square, correct? Minus b cube. I think all of you did it correct up to this point when I was checking. Is everybody matching with mine? Great. Now came the problem when you were calculating it. 2x whole cube is not 2x cube. What is the value for it? 8x cube. When you square it, and there is a multiplier, yesterday we talked about it. When you have a multiplier and you are applying a radical on that one, any cube or 4 or any power on it, both of them gets the power. So this is 8x cube minus 1 is equal to, over here it's going to be 8x cube. Then this one again, what happens over here? What's the value? 4x squared. Then you multiply that with a 3, so it's going to give you negative 12x squared. Many of you did it wrong while you were calculating it. That's why you came up with the wrong answer. And then over here, this is the plain and simple, because it's going to be 6 and this is going to be 1. And bring everything on the same side, solve it, and let me know so I can check it for you. Huh? You did? Okay. All right, let me check. All right. On this one, if I finish this one, it's 6x minus 1. So if you move everything on the left side, you will have negative 12
Plus 6.
x squared plus 6x is equal to 0. And then you take the GCF. Some of you got confused when you came up to here. We're going to take the GCF of negative 6x. So it's going to be x minus 1 equal to 0. Now you have to set both of them equal to 0. So negative 6x is going to be equal to 0. X is going to be equal to 0. That's one value. And the other one is 2x over here. 2x minus 1 equal to 0. So x is going to be equal to 1/2. No? No, you guys are giving me a look that I did something wrong. That's why I was getting confused. Okay. You are going to solve the rest of the problem from here, and you have to show it to me so I can make sure that you are doing it correctly. So solve up to number 12. These are very different variety of problem. You're going to apply different type of formulas over there. Once you are done with it, then you're going to go for the practice work. Practice is due by tomorrow before the exit ticket that we are going to do. Okay? And there are if you go to your practice paper, there are, I don't know how many problems. There are 12 problems, but these are more challenging problems. So first finish this one, I'm going to sign it, and then you're going to work on the practice. Any questions?